So the Blue Jays, they actually win a game. It has been a while since we've actually been able to talk about something good, or at least a fun one, as the Jays beat the Detroit Tigers 8-4. And yeah, they lose the series, but they win a game. 8 runs on 11 hits. Haven't seen that in a long time. Starting pitching for Aaron Sanchez. He was great. Haven't seen that in a while. But you know what? The bullpen did kind of falter a little bit, but the offense gave them enough that they could falter a little bit. We'll break down this whole thing. All right, so nothing really happens until the 6th. Michael Fulmer and Aaron Sanchez dealing. Everything just going right for the pitchers in the game. And then in the top of the 6th, with Solarte on base, a full count pitch to Justin Smoak, and it was a juicy 96-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, and Smokey ain't missing that. Smoke bomb deep and gone. Jays up 2-0. We have seen this before, though. They get a little lead, and then it slowly dwindles away. And as we talked about, I think I saw a stat today that the Blue Jays are one of the worst teams in the league. When they score runs in the next half, they give up a run or more. They're one of the worst teams. And in the bottom half of the 6th, Leonis Martin, it's a home run, and that 2-0 lead is now a 2-1 lead. So the pitchers, they're human. But now let's go to the 7th inning, where the Blue Jays turn the calendar back to April. First off, Michael Fulmer starts the inning and gives up a single to Kevin Pillar to start off the inning, to center field. And Russell Martin, and I know his average is very low, but Russ has been a very good job of getting on base somehow. Walking, getting hit, just finding a way. And he walks on a full count. We got 2 on and nobody out. They bring on Saupold, however you want to pronounce his name. And he's been a very reliable reliever for the Tigers this year. Devin Travis flies out. Pillar moves up to third base. And the runners are on the corners with 1 away. The Jays looking to add some insurance runs. But Randall Grichuk's at the plate. Oh boy, he can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? Grichuk rips the ball, kind of a chopper, I guess, down the line. And it stays fair past the third baseman. And Pillar comes in to score. Russ Martin gets the third. Grichuk with an RBI double. And the Jays got their 2-run lead back. We haven't seen that barely ever from Randall Grichuk. That hit was his 8th hit all year long. That's how bad he's struggled. But that's great to see from him. Next batter, Ledmus Diaz, and he goes on the very first pitch. And guys, I will continue to preach it. If this team is aggressive at the plate, look, taking walks is great. But if you get a pitch you can hit on the very first pitch of an at-bat, rip it. Lay into it. Now, Diaz's pitch was a kind of a down and away pitch out of the strike zone, but he stayed on it and feeds it into right field. An awful read by Nick Castellanos, kind of stops dead, then goes into the ball, tries to lay out, can't do it. It's technically a single for Ledmus Diaz, then it's an RBI single as Russ Martin comes in to score. Runners in the corner still, only 1 away. The Jays have added 2 insurance runs. But they ain't done yet. Next up, Granderson, he strikes out. Dwight Smith Jr., still calling him. He's down in Buffalo. Solarte now comes up, and he fights off a pitch up in the zone and just feeds it into center field. He didn't rifle it. He didn't scorch it. It wasn't a blooper. He just kind of feeds it there. It was kind of like a floater that landed in the outfield to center field. Randall Grichuk comes in to score. The Jays have scored 3 runs in the inning. Yeah, it's now a 5-1 ball game. This is incredible. Next up, Justin Smoak, and he drills a ball to center field. And of course, as we saw yesterday, ball bounces up and in and out of play. Ground rule double. It would have been 7-1, but instead it's 6-1, but it's okay because that's all she wrote in the inning. The Jays fire up a a 5 spot in the inning and just expand the lead to a 6-1 advantage. This is incredible. Or is it a 6-2 advantage? No, 6-1 advantage. This is incredible. And that was a 4-run inning, excuse me. I'm just getting so ahead of myself now. Now let's go to the 8th inning, and we're thinking, the Jays have done their time. They had scored 6 runs. That's about all she wrote. Well, as we talked about, they bring in, I'm not even going to pronounce his name, Pilar lines out to center field to start off the inning. Then Russell Martin, he walks again. And then, two batters later, Randall Grichuk's at the plate, 2-2 count. Ball is on the outer half, probably a ball in itself. But what does Grichuk do? Instead of trying to pull the ball and strike out, he stays right on it, gets the barrel to it, and hits it out of the ballpark for a 2-run shot. And the Jays, this is incredible. They have an 8-1 lead over the Tigers, and not all of it has been on the home run ball. And Grichuk has, 3 RBIs in the game so far. He's, got 2 hits. I think he ends up 2 for 4 in the game. Was it 2 for 4? 1 RBI and a run scored. Great job, Randall Grichuk. That's Diaz. My goodness, I'm all over the place. 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and the home run for Grichuk, raising his average to 120. Yeah, it's still not very good at all. But that is nice to see. You look at the way this team did it today. They came up clutch when they needed to. That double by Smokey, the ground rule double that scored 1, it was a 2-out double. It's incredible. And I think the Randall Grichuk home run was a 2-out home run. Getting 2, they were 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They literally turned back the month to April. But ideally, we have no clue what we've seen from this team. They could come out on Tuesday and get 2 hits and lose a ball game. We don't know. And with all this offense poured on, and we're all like, this is what we like to see. An amazing outing from Aaron Sanchez gets lost in the wings. He goes 6 innings. Pitch count was a little high early on. He did find a way to go 6 though. 2 hits, 1 run, and he walked 3 guys. 1 was a really tough call. But 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. Great to see from Aaron Sanchez. And what I saw from him today is that changeup was on point. I think at least 4 of his strikeouts were on that changeup. It was just dying. 91 miles an hour coming in like a fastball for most guys, and then dying off the table. It was amazing. Seeing him do his work like we know he can is great. And something we haven't seen as of late, good starting pitching. What did we see today? An amazing start, clutch hits, 8 runs scored. The bullpen, Danny Barnes came on, gave up a hit, got in a third of an inning, gave up a hit, 2 runs, walked a guy. But Aaron Loup came out to try and get out of that inning. Couldn't do anything. Gave up 2 hits and gave up a run himself. But in the 7th inning, Tyler Clippard gave up a hit. But don't worry, 2 strikeouts. Clean inning for him. That's nice to see. And at that point, with Barnes and Loup struggling there, that made it an 8-4 game. And we're thinking, okay, things are getting a little fishy here. But Ryan Tepera comes out. It's obviously not a safe situation. In the 8th inning, and gets the final 2 batters, and then cleans it up in the 9th inning. Great job by an inning and 2/3 of no hits and strikes out 3 guys. He was great. So bottom line, you had the great back end of the bullpen. The middle was meh at best. Great end of the bullpen, great start, and you got clutch hits. Recipe for a win. And they got the job done, all right? So next up for the Jays, guys, tomorrow is the MLB draft. I know Jays fans, the way the season has gone, we're just hoping and praying that they can this can hurry up and we can get to the draft and look to see who the Jays select with the 12th, I think it's the 12th overall pick. I'll be uploading a video, guys, tomorrow, probably in a hotel. I'm hoping it doesn't go too late, though. Kind of breaking down the draft, what I really like from the looks of the guys they draft, that kind of thing. We'll be talking about that tomorrow night because there's no baseball tomorrow. So I thought, why not get you one out there about the MLB draft? And I also mentioned it to you guys a little while ago if you guys were interested in it, and you guys said yes. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And then Tuesday, the Jays come back home to take on the New York Yankees. Great win today against the Tigers. And the rally goose, it ain't a rally anymore because it's broken. The rally's broken, not the goose. Pretty messed up. But the Jays, like I said, they welcome in the Yankees starting on Tuesday. CC Sabathia and Marco Estrada going in Game 1. Sabathia's been great this year. Estrada's been up and down like a toilet seat. I use that saying quite often because it's true. Then in Game 2 of the series, Sonny Gray, who's had a really rough year. Sam Gaviglio had an iffy last outing, but he's been great overall. And then that's a mini two-game set against the Yankees. That's weird. That is very odd. And then they welcome in the Baltimore Orioles, who are worse than us by a mile. So take that into consideration, all right? But let's just take care of business. The Yankees are here Tuesday. We're not getting ahead of ourselves, guys. You know why I'm happy about this game? Because they actually won a game. Enjoy it. And I'm glad we can enjoy it for more than just tonight. We can enjoy it tomorrow, and then when Tuesday comes, we wait for the New York Yankees to come to town, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys enjoyed this game today because it was actually a good game. And a win, of course. That's a good game. Hit the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game. Who's your MVP? Would you give it to Grichuk, Sanchez, Smokey, Solarte? I want to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll talk to you guys, well, Tuesday, or no, I guess it won't be, Tuesday is... No, we usually I can say words. Probably Thursday podcast edition. The link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast stuff on iTunes, guys. Also, Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM about the Blue Jays, Raptors, Leafs, all that great stuff. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, Jays edition, technically. MLB draft tomorrow. We'll be talking about the Blue Jays and what they picked up in the first 3-4 rounds, if that's how long. I don't know how much they do in the first day. But we'll talk to you guys about that. And we'll talk to you guys Blue Jays baseball edition Tuesday as the Blue Jays welcome in the New York Yankees for a 2-game set. CC Sabathia, Marco Estrada, Game 1 of the 2-game set. 7:07 first pitch. Let's go for 2 in a row. Let's try and get some mojo. Well, we'll talk to you guys then and find out.